Hello there, grade 4. Okay, so for today, we are going to learn how to solve for a missing angle within a given corner. Okay, so corner lang. Ibig sabihin, we're solving for a missing angle only with any of the given corners. Okay, obviously, you can see that this is a rectangle, and in a rectangle, opposite sides are equal in terms of length, and all angles are right angles. Ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng right angle? What do we mean by right angle? It measures how many degrees? 90 degrees, which means this measures 90 degrees, this measures 90 degrees, this measures 90 degrees as well, and this measures 90 degrees as well. So, solving this, yung sa books ninyo, is just basically taking one corner of either a square or a rectangle. And that corner would most likely look like a right angle. Okay, in that case, okay, that looks like a right angle. Okay, when a right angle is given, you should always know that the total measurement is 90 degrees. Okay. Now, there will be times that you will experience, like especially like right now sa books, sa pages ng books ninyo, and also in the future, higher mathematics, that a certain angle, which is in this case is a right angle, will be divided either into 2, into 3, 4, 5, 6. And you will be asked to solve for the missing value. Okay. Again, ano nga bang ibig kong sabihin? What am I trying to tell you? Okay, for example, ito nga, we have 80, we now know that this is 90 degrees. The entire thing, the right angle measures 90 degrees. If teacher Mark is gonna draw a line that breaks or separates the angle by 2, that will divide the angle by 2. Just like that. We now have this angle over here and this other angle over there. We have angle 1 and we have angle 2. Okay, let's now try to assign a certain angle, at least 1. Let's assume that this angle measures 32 degrees. From here to here measures 32 degrees. And the other part, you don't know. And let's assign that as a value of x, because we do not know what's the value there. But you know earlier that a right angle, the entire thing measures how many degrees? 90 degrees. Diba? You know that it measures 90 degrees. The entire thing measures 90 degrees. And to solve for x, if you notice that our x and our 32 is inside or are inside the right angle, which means if you're going to add x and 32 degrees, this will give you 90 degrees. Make sense? Diba? So, that means to solve for x, all you have to do is to remove the given angle from 90 degrees. Okay. There is actually a proper way to solve this, but I don't want to confuse you. Okay. 90 degrees minus 32 degrees. Kasi nga, we are solving for x. This is x. That part of the angle is x. And part of the right angle is 32 degrees. To solve for the value of x or the unknown value there, all you have to do is just to remove 32 from the total measurement of the right angle, which is 90 degrees. So that's 90 minus 32. And what is 90 minus 32? 90 minus 32 will give you 58. And then again, like what I usually remind you, do not forget about the unit. In this case, it's degree. Else, your answer will be wrong. Okay? 90 minus 32 will give you 58 degrees. That's how you basically solve a missing value of a certain angle, which is in this case nga, it's a right angle. Okay, another example. Okay, you can try to solve this by simply pausing the video to give time for you to think. You can do it mentally, and if you cannot, you can write it down. Okay, pause the video here. But I'm still going to continue this. If you want to try, pause it. But I really do encourage you to try kasi that will improve, and that will basically like you will know if you are improving or not, or you are learning or not, or if you are doing the proper thing or not. Okay, then again, pause the video here. Okay, I assuming at this point that you are already done answering and you have unpaused the video. So, again, knowing that the entire measurement of this angle, since it is a right angle, is 90 degrees, and to solve for this missing value over here, all you have to do is just to take 90 degrees and remove this certain part, which is 41 degrees. Okay? From here, all you have to do now is to subtract 90 degrees minus 41, which will give you 49 degrees. Okay, I hope that you were able to get the correct answer. Okay? Ganun lang kadali. Okay. Now, what if you're going to encounter okay, ngayon naman, what if you're going to encounter situations like this where, let's say, two angles are given and one angle is missing. Okay. Anong gagawin natin dito ngayon? What are you going to do here right now? So again, if you have the idea, you can pause the video and try it. And if not, okay lang, you can continue. Okay, at this point, all you have to do first is to analyze that this is a right angle. You know that the entire measurement of the thing is 90 degrees. Two angles are given. Now, since two angles are given, what are you going to do? First and foremost, all you have to do first is to add the given angles, regardless of how many angles there are. If there are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all you have to do is to add them all up. Okay? So in this case, there are 2, so we only add 44 and 25 degrees. Okay? 44 plus 25 will basically give us 69 degrees. Now that you have the total, what are you going to do with this now to solve for the value of x? Ito. To solve for the value of x. Knowing that it's 90, again, now that you know that it's 90, all you have to do is just to remove these two angles from 90, and which in this case, it's 69. Okay? 90 degrees minus 69 will give us 21 degrees. Okay? Ganun lang. Regardless of how many angles there are, that's all that you have to do. Okay? Ganun lang kailangan. Ganun lang yung kailangan nyong gawin. Even if there are 3 missing, for example, or gusto nyo i-apat pa natin, okay. Let's say this is our x. Oops. Sorry about that. So assuming that this is equivalent to 31 degrees, this one is 29 degrees, and let's say this one is 15 degrees. Okay, tignan natin. So how do you solve for x? Again, first things first, all you have to do is to add all given angles. In this case, we have 31 degrees plus 29 degrees plus 15 degrees. Okay? 31 degrees plus 29 degrees plus 15 degrees will give you 75 degrees. Okay, meron na tayong 75 degrees ngayon. Then what are you going to do now? Knowing that the sum of this is 75 degrees. But you should also know that since this is a right angle, the measurement here is 90 degrees. And to solve for the value of x, all you have to do is to take 90 degrees and subtract the total, which is 75 degrees. Ganun lang kadali. Okay? Now, 90 minus 15 degrees, 75 rather, sorry. Sinabi ko na yung answer tuloy. 90 degrees minus 75 degrees is equivalent to 15 degrees. So that is basically how you answer or solve for the unknown value. Okay, madali lang yan. This is very basic. Knowing you, grade 4, mga smart kids yan. Okay. So anyway, that's it.